In 1981, Issei Sagawa committed a truly gruesome crime when he murdered his friend Renee Hartevelt, also known as Pang, or the Kobe cannibal. Issei Sagawa is a Japanese murderer, cannibal, and necrophile known for killing Renee Hartevelt in Paris in 1981. On the 11th of June 1981, Sagawa, then 32, invited his Sorbonne classmate Renee Hartevelt over to dinner at his apartment with the goal of translating poetry for a school assignment. Sagawa planned to kill and eat her, having selected her for her health and beauty. After Hartevelt arrived, she began reading poetry at a desk with her back to Sagawa. When her back was turned to him, he shot her in the neck with a rifle. Sagawa claims he fainted after the shock of shooting her. When he awoke, he determined that he had to carry out the rest of his plan. Sagawa admitted to having sex with her corpse. Sagawa consumed various parts of Hartevelt's body, eating most of her breasts and face, either raw or cooked, while saving other parts in his refrigerator. Sagawa also took photographs of Hartevelt's body at various stages while he ate her. Sagawa then attempted to dump the remains of Hartevelt's corpse in a lake in the Bois de Boulogne, carrying her dismembered body parts in 2 suitcases, but was caught in the act and arrested by French police 4 days later. Due to Sagawa's family wealth, he was able to put together an incredibly strong defense. After 2 years awaiting trial, Sagawa was found legally insane and unfit to stand trial by the French judge, Jean-Louis Bruguière, who ordered him held indefinitely in a mental institution. After returning to Japan, Sagawa was immediately checked into a mental institution. What makes this even more terrifying was that his examining psychologists all declared him sane and found sexual perversion was his sole motivation for murder. As the charges against Sagawa in France had been dropped, the French court documents were sealed and were not released to Japanese authorities. Consequently, Sagawa could not legally be detained in Japan. Sagawa checked himself out of the hospital on the 12th of August 1986, and has subsequently remained free since that day. Sagawa even went as far as to write books about the murders he committed. Sagawa's continued freedom has been widely criticized. Karla Homolka, also known as Leanne Deal, is a Canadian serial killer and rapist, who with her husband Paul Bernardo, raped and killed at least 3 minors between 1990 and 1992. Homolka attracted worldwide media attention when she was convicted of manslaughter following a plea bargain to serve only 12 years in the rape murders of 2 Ontario teenage girls, Leslie Mahaffey and Kristen French, as well as the rape and death of her sister Tammy. Homolka and Bernardo were arrested in 1993. Bernardo was convicted of the Mahaffey French murders and received life imprisonment and a dangerous offender designation, the full maximum sentence allowed in Canada, during the summer of 1990. According to Homolka, Bernardo became attracted to her younger sister, Tammy Homolka. Karla Homolka hatched a plan to frame Bernardo for drugging Tammy, seeing an opportunity to minimize risk, take control, and keep it all in the family. In July, according to Bernardo's testimony, he and Karla served Tammy a spaghetti dinner spiked with Valium stolen from Karla's workplace. Bernardo raped Tammy for about a minute before she started to wake up. Homolka later told the anesthetic agent Hayla Thane from the Martindale Veterinarian Clinic where she worked. On December 23, 1990, after a Homolka family Christmas party, Bernardo and Karla Homolka drugged Tammy Homolka with the animal tranquilizers. Bernardo and Karla Homolka raped Tammy while she was unconscious. Tammy later choked on her own vomit and died. What made this crime truly terrifying was the videotape evidence showing Homolka sexually assaulting 4 female victims, having sex with a female prostitute in Atlantic City, and at another point, drugging an unconscious victim. Due to legalities, these tapes were put into sealed evidence and turned over to the judge. The revelation that a key piece of evidence had been kept from police for so long created an uproar, especially when the public realized that Homolka had been Bernardo's willing accomplice. The tapes were not allowed to be shown to the spectators. Only the audio portion was available to them. Moreover, Bernardo has always claimed that, while he raped and tortured Leslie Mahaffey and Kristen French, Homolka actually killed them. After the videotapes had been found, rumors spread that Homolka was an active participant of the crimes. The public grew more fearful, as the full extent of Homolka's role in the case was finally exposed and the plea agreement now seemed unnecessary. However, as was provided in the plea bargain, Homolka had already disclosed sufficient information to the police, and the Crown found no grounds to break the agreement and reopen the case. Pedro Lopez is a Colombian serial killer and child killer who was sentenced for killing 110 girls, but who claimed to have raped and killed more than 300 girls across Colombia, Peru and Ecuador. Lopez became known as the Monster of the Andes in 1980, when he led police to 53 graves in Ecuador. The victims were all girls 12 years of age. In 1983, he was found guilty of the murder of 110 girls in Ecuador. He further confessed to an additional 240 murders in Peru and Colombia. Lopez was arrested when an attempted abduction failed and he was trapped by market traders. Lopez was arrested in 1980, but was freed by the government in Ecuador at the end of 1998. In an interview from his prison cell, Lopez described himself as the man of the century and said he was being released for good behavior. Thank you for watching. Which murder are you most surprised to learn is free? If you like these kind of videos, please let me know in the comment section.